Hi there, Altenew friends, it's Jaycee. Welcome back to another perfect pairing. This card making tutorial is part of the Altenew May 2023 Inspiration Challenge. Let's learn about some life-changing watercolor tools for perfect flower cards. The inspiration photo for this magenta, tropical green, and clementine palette came from this photo I took. This, what I presume to be a Cattleya maxima, was in the Conservatory of Flowers at San Francisco, California. This specimen instantly stood out amongst the variety of orchids, so I had to snag a picture of it. And of course, this flower inspired me to use a few of my favorite Altenew watercoloring supplies for a card. So first, we will need our canvas for painting. I love buying my watercolor paper from Altenew instead of an art supply store. This paper still has the texture of cold press that is great for controlling pigment placement, but its smoother texture is great for stamping, and it's a brighter white so that your watercolors stay true to hue. I cut my 9x12-inch watercolor into more manageable panels to use in my stamp wheel. The images I'll be using for this watercolor bouquet come from the Build-A-Flower Laelia and Shrub Rose 6x8 floral stamp set. I think these simple outline motifs will be easy to color and stamp, and of course I love the fantasy bouquet with Orchidaceae and Rosa. Now that we have established a perfect canvas, next we need our perfect ink. In my stamp wheel, I have what I perceive to be the smoother side of my watercolor paper facing me. And on this smooth textured paper, I'll begin arranging my outline images. After leaving enough space for a die cut margin, I'll use Obsidian Pigment Ink to stamp these images onto the watercolor paper. Dye inks are great for smooth surfaces like cardstock, but a great pigment ink is important for slightly textured surfaces like watercolor paper. And once I have a solid impression of all the images I want to watercolor, I'll pick my coloring medium. I don't need a single watercolor brush to color these images, nor do I need a vessel for water. These dual-tipped water-based pens are a miracle product. They are what I consider to be the alcohol marker equivalent of watercolor. Altenew now has 4 color family lines of these pens, one of them being Tahitian Terrace. As always, these products are linked in the description box. If you have never used these pens, my preferred way to color with these saturated coloring tools is to start with broad range color application with the brush nib. Then opposite of watercoloring, I'll work from dark to light values to blend between colors. The colors from these markers are intense, and as you blend between colors, it gives that easy blended look of alcohol-based markers, but the painted effect of watercoloring with a brush. Then I redefine details with the fine nib side of the dual-tipped pen. I add vein strokes, freckles, and deepen shadows with the fine nib. Since the pens are water-based, I can blend harsh edges with the brush nib to diffuse ink colors just like watercolor. Working with these pens is so easy, I think it's better to just watch how they work. So I'll speed up this portion so that you can see how effortlessly you can watercolor. Once I'm done coloring, I'll use the coordinating dies to cut out all of the stamped images. Then after arranging the flowers and foliage elements on my card front, I'll add an array of splatter from jet black and pure white ink sprays. I love this simple fantasy bouquet using the Inspiration Color Palette for May 2023. More details on how you can join this challenge are linked in the description box. Winning this challenge gets you some awesome prizes and chances to be a guest designer for Altenew. Pretty sweet deal, right? My series encourages you to shop your existing Altenew stash and rekindle their love with newer releases. Perfect Pairings with Jaycee airs on the Altenew channel every second and fourth Sunday of the month. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in to this perfect pairing episode with me, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello there! Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye!